Today, we are going to look at an old classic, the Rode NT-1000. It's still one of my all-time favorites, and in this video, I'll tell you why it's still worth buying in 2021. Hi everyone, my name is Dave Betts, and one of the focuses of this channel is audiovisual stuff, more specifically helping you make the right choices and hopefully learn from my numerous and varied mistakes. Over the last 15 years or so, I've built up a bit of a collection of microphones, and I've slowly been reviewing every single one of them, and I'm getting pretty close, only a few more to go. By the way, you can find links to those in the description below. A bit of a background about me. You might be wondering, why is there all this interest in microphones? Well, I originally went to a music school as an electric guitarist, and for the vast majority of my adult life, I've been a music director, worship pastor, professional musician, and teacher. That's the majority of stuff. Why am I telling you that? Well, because good sound is really important to me. I'm still very much learning how to get it right, but as someone who used to sink most of my money into guitar pedals and stuff, I wanted a decent but not too pricey microphone for recording vocals and stuff like that. Enter the Rode NT-1000. It's a microphone intended for vocal and instrumental recording, and I just love it. Right now it's about 417 Canadian or $329 US, and this particular mic, this one here, is about 10 years old, but it's still one of my go-tos for recording, and it often gets used over my pod mics when my wife and I record our podcast. We really use it a lot, but rather than talking about it, let's listen to it. For reference right now, I am using the Rode NT-G2 shotgun mic. Let's now cut to the Rode NT-1000. So this is the Rode NT-1000. I'm doing this for the second time because I recorded it the first time without a pop shield on and directly into the mic. I did it because it looked really nice, but the problem is it sounded really terrible. It doesn't handle those plosives well. That's not the fault of the mic. That's just because I put it in the wrong place. So now I've got it at a 45-degree angle. So the airflow is kind of missing the core of the microphone. I've also got a pop shield, which might help because ultimately we want it to sound good, right? So the gain is about 30 to 40% on my Zoom H4n Pro. By the way, I've done a review of that. It's a fantastic little device. You can click the link in the card or the link in the description to see that. In terms of proximity, this is what it sounds like when I'm close to the mic, and as I move further away from the mic, speaking at the same volume, you can hear how much of a difference it makes. Proximity is really a big deal. I'm currently about 1.5 feet away. Now I'm moving closer again. You can hear me coming close to the mic, and heading round to the side here, again, you can hear the difference that it makes as you come round to the side. It's a very directional mic, and again, this is me at the front, at kind of where you're supposed to be with this mic. And I will say it's a heavy mic. It's not one that works with kind of a desk arm unless you've got a really heavy duty one. I do not. My one drops pretty hard. We often replace our pod mics because our pod mics, they're good, but they're not as good as this, in my opinion. So sometimes I'll switch this one out because I just really like it. Other than that, this is what it sounds like with some processing. So I'll remove some noise here, EQ it a little bit, add some compression, and probably that's it. Maybe de-reverb or something just to cope with this room. This is subjective, but this is what it might sound like if you were to play with your audio. You might choose to do something very different. Let's use my podcast voice. So hello and welcome to the Simple Faith podcast. You can hear that it has that kind of radio-y type sound. I really like it. Anyway, enough from me. That's the Rode NT-1000. And by the way, if you are looking for a more comprehensive review, I've posted a link to the fantastic Podcastage channel. It's just excellent. The guy there does a really good job, so check that out. But other than that, I mean, the proof is in the pudding, right? I think it sounds great, but as always, I want to know what you think. How does it sound to you? Do you think it's worth the purchase? If you're interested in buying it, I've posted a link in the description. It's an affiliate link, which basically means I get a little bit of commission, which helps support this channel. I don't feel any pressure that way. It's just really helpful. But really, I want to know what you think. I love hearing your comments and thoughts, and as long as they're not mean, obviously, I'll always do my best to reply. Otherwise, if you found this video helpful, you know the deal. Feel free to like and subscribe and all that stuff. And if you're feeling really, really generous, did you know you can even buy me a digital cup of tea, which helps keep this channel running? It's surprisingly hard to be a small tech YouTuber, right? As always, I'm really grateful that you chose to stop by, and wherever you are in the world and whatever it is that you're doing, have an amazing day, and I will speak to you very soon. Bye.